Hello, welcome to Virtual Open House. I'm Mrs. Erin Ween, and I will be your child's geometry teacher this year. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about myself and a little bit of information about the class. And then if you have any individual questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. And I do have notes taped behind my computer so that I can make sure that I cover everything for you in this little video. And so, first, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. So this is my 25th year at Carmel High School, which when I say that, I can't even believe it. I started here right out of college. I graduated from Purdue, and this was my first job. So I've been here for a long time, and I love Carmel High School. I have three kids, and all three kids are going through Carmel schools. So my oldest son, Logan, is a sophomore at Purdue this year, and then my middle son, Camden, is a senior. And then my youngest, Kendall, is also a freshman, which is pretty cool to have your kid. Well, I think it's pretty cool to have your kid in school with you. And then it just makes me relate to the kids better, just knowing what my own daughter is going through and just having been at Carmel for so long. So I feel like I get the gist of what's going on the parent side, and I get to see my kids enjoy being at Carmel as well. My husband, Mark, is also a teacher here. He teaches English. So if your child has Mark Ween for English, he's in the freshman center and he's on the first floor. Okay, as far as reaching me or contacting me, probably the best way to do that would be to open the Canvas page, and on the home page, you're going to see a contact me button icon. You'll click on that, and it'll give you three options. You can email me, you can give me a phone call, or you can click on the Canvas message little link, and it will link you to my Canvas message, and you can message me that way. Feel free to reach out at any point. I am very good at getting back with people, and I know that if you have questions or concerns, you want those answered pretty quickly, so I will get back with you pretty fast on those when you get a hold of me. Course information, things that are going to happen in geometry. So chapters 1 through 5 will be what we cover first semester, and then second semester we'll do 6 through 12, and there'll be some sections we don't cover, but that'll be the general idea of the sections we cover. As far as class things that they need as supplies, so they're going to need obviously a paper, pencil, binder, and then they are getting a toolkit from me that they paid for with book rental. And the other thing that they really need is a calculator. And so a lot of kids have them, but there are a lot of kids that are showing up without them. It's very hard to do some of the mathematics we want to do without a calculator. So they need a scientific calculator. This is the one that I would recommend if they don't have one. It's TI30X2S. And this is what they sell at the drugstores. It's usually about $10 or $15. So send your child with a calculator. And that way they can participate in all of the activities that we're doing. And I think that's it for supplies. So obviously I said a binder, or they could be a folder to keep their papers organized so that they're not stuffing them in their backpack. As far as grade breakdown, so this is always a question that parents have. We're going to this year do a formative, summative categories. So formative will be 20% of their grade. That will be what we work on in class, like in class assignments. And that will also be their Canvas homework assignments, which will be pretty short assignments that they'll complete on Canvas, and it will grade it for them. That stuff will end up being their 20%. And then their summative, which are their quizzes and tests over multiple sections, that will be their summative grade. That will be 80%. And we will take those every few sections for the quizzes, or maybe an entire chapter for a test. And then all of those get reported over to PowerSchool. So if you want an accurate grade of your child's grade, then go to PowerSchool. Don't look at the Canvas grade, because that will not have their assessments in that. It will just have their homework that they're doing each day over their various sections. The other great thing about this year is we've opted not to give a final exam. The school has allowed us to have that choice. So for geometry, we have decided that we will not do a cumulative final exam that used to be worth 20% of their grade. What we might do instead is take a practice final to get them used to the process of taking a final, but then use the results to go over topics that we need to cover again or re-emphasize before they move on to their class next year. And then finally, my Canvas page, they want us to kind of talk about that. I do keep my Canvas page updated. So I want to tell you a few important things about that. If your child is absent, the number one thing they need to do is go to that module for the day they missed. Click on that module and complete everything in that module. That will keep them from being behind. And when they come back, they will feel like they're still up to speed with us. I put answer keys on there. I put whatever we did in class, the information, the problems we did. That way they've gotten the experience at home and they can come back and just jump right back in. The other thing I did is I made videos last year. And so I took all my videos and I put them on a YouTube page. So if your child is absent, or if your child just wants to re-emphasize something that we learned in class and go back over it, all of those videos are linked together on my YouTube page. So you can find that on the homepage of the Canvas page. There'll be a link there. Or you can just go to YouTube and they can just search Erin Ween, CHS, and it will pop up all my YouTube videos per chapter. And that might be extremely helpful, especially for the absent kids, to be able to watch those instructional videos. The other thing about Canvas, I just have one other note on that, is there is an online textbook. There on the side, there'll be a menu. And if they click on online textbook, they'll always have that online book, so they don't have to take their book back and forth. We do use their book at school, and they can also access the online textbook at school through their Chromebook. That would be an option too. So that's kind of just the boring nuts and bolts of geometry. I promise that your child will love this class this year. It ends up being pretty interactive, and the kids end up making some good friends and good memories in here. Please reach out if you have any questions or concerns. I want your kid to love math, and that's the whole reason I became a math teacher. So hopefully that happens this year. So let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully we'll chat soon. Thanks.